What it is, guys, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with another DanMachi video. Now, today we're once again talking about Familia war games. I know it's over and done with, but what I wanted to talk about is how this, at least in my perspective, and you guys may agree or may not agree, how this has kind of changed the landscape of Familias going forward. So let's go ahead. That's not. I don't think that's our final rank. I think the ranks are going to change. We go in here to points ranking. Let's go to Familia ranking. There we go. Yes, I was first, but I did kind of cheat a little bit for that. I won't lie to y'all. I did wait for my Familia to find the generals where I fought them most of the time. Yeah, see, everything's still tallying, so we don't actually have our final counts yet. I really hope those were out before I make this video, but I want to get the video out before the stream, so y'all know what's up. So, the biggest problem not only our Familia, but I saw a lot of Familias have, was members not showing up. I saw a lot of that. I know in some instances with us, we had maybe half of our members show up. And that really tanks a Familia fast. It really does. Now, when it comes to the Familia, we always credit our Familia out of just, we're a group of people here to have a good time. We didn't really care about, how we communicated. I know when we talked to some of the other Familias, they actually had like dedicated Discords just for their Familia and things like that. We never did that. And I don't know if other Familias did or didn't. I don't know quite how that necessarily worked. So, when it comes to our Familia, we were kind of always that, the freestyle, just here to have fun. But I gotta be honest, I think that's going to change. We're gonna talk about this tonight on stream, but I really think we're mostly gonna move over to maybe not serious players, but because I don't want to scare anybody off. I mean, we're not going to turn anybody away, but we do want to kind of focus on getting more players that are going to be active in the game. Because before, what we did is we'd come in here and we would just kind of, people would join, blah, 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 and we'd have whoever we had. And then obviously you can go into your member settings. You can figure out who's played, who has and hasn't played in a while. Okay? So, there's quite a few people in here that specifically asked to be members, and a couple people that we just kind of inaugurated over the time. But I will tell you, of these people that, show they've logged in recently, not all of them participated. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That was not the point of our Familia. Our Familia was just, we're here to have a good time, nothing else. But I have to admit, when it comes to like Familia Rush and all that, we never really saw ourselves as being overly competitive. We didn't really want to get to that state. So, when we were hitting, like rank 120 and stuff like that in Familia Rush, we were always kind of like, yay, that ain't half bad. Let's go. And Familia Rush, for the most part, is kind of, I will say, if you're shooting for like the top ranks, that is a whales game, and we are not a whale Familia. I'm not a whale. I'm largely free to play. Most of my team is free to play, things like that. So we're not going to go quite that insane, but we are going to have to regroup a little bit. And I think this is something a lot of Familias probably need to consider doing. I obviously have the Discord for, for our community, the people that come to the streams, people to watch the videos, things like that. I will put a link down below for the Discord. I do have some work I'm now doing on the backside to make the Discord a little more, anyway, just to kind of give it a little nicer presence, so to speak. So that's gonna be coming in the coming days. But not only that, we now have a dedicated sub, like a channel, for the Familia, and one of our requirements going forward, you are gonna have to be a member of the channel, and you're gonna have to stay active. Which I know I'm awful at too, at least on Discord. But you're going to have to be active, and we are going to have to regroup before every Familia Rush, and especially every War Games. And I would implore other Familias to do this. Now, you don't have to be there's no being an asshole about it. You don't have to be that crazy about it. You don't need to sit there and say you have to be at a certain level and you need to check with us 4 times a day and things like that. But when it comes to some of these events, we need to make sure that everybody is active and doing their thing. And probably a week out of stuff like Familia Rush, which I think we're about to get into here shortly, you need to make sure that everything is on point. Your units are on point. Everybody's got team build. Plus, this will help us because we got some really good team builders in our Discord that will helped me build a much better team, and will help you build a much better team. So, and this is not just for my Familia. This is for any Familias out there. I would highly recommend this. We don't have a Familia chat, so you need to make your own. You probably need to be, I guess, a little more proactive when it comes to the Familia conversation, and probably need to organize a little better. I know we definitely do. So, unfortunately, this does mean, for my current Familia members, we're going to have a big purge tonight, and we're going to have an all-new recruitment session. It sucks. It does suck. But we are definitely going to have some major changes. Whether or not you see that for the better, I see it for the better of the Familia and for the better of our communication. And I think in the long run, people will have more fun, because it's very frustrating when people are really trying hard and you have certain people that are pulling their own weight. Everybody's been in that situation where you have like a group project in school and the other 3 members disappear and you have to do it on your own, and they come back and take credit for it. It's not quite that extreme, but it is very frustrating. So I would easily argue that Familia Wargames, more than anything else, because prior to this, what have Familia's been? Just kind of a thing, right? Most, like, if we did, Familia Rush and all that stuff, sure. But once again, once you get up to a certain level, you have to have insane teams and a lot of people going ham on the game just to get to higher levels. The skill level gets up there very, very, very quickly. But when you have Familia Wargames, where you have a very limited number of turns every night, and there's only so many units that you can battle, I think it's very important to increase communication and to make sure that everybody is on the same page so you can actually strategize, because strategy is going to be a key factor in Familia Wargames going forward. Remember, what we just got was trial. That was just a trial of Familia Wargames. That wasn't even the real deal. So I would suspect we're probably going to see another one of those here shortly. And I hope so, too. I really enjoyed it. It really was maybe one of my favorite things in the game, even if it was a little frustrating at times. But I like that challenge, and I like the strategy side of that. So it was a ton of fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I look forward to seeing more Familia Wargames. But I'll get back to the unfortunate business, and that does mean that myself, and I'm sure a lot of other Familias, are going to have a big purge and an all-new recruitment session. So, if you are interested in becoming part of the Familia, we'll be live streaming tonight, starting circa 9 o'clock, maybe a little bit later, because I will have to charge my phone, and that's becoming increasingly difficult. But we are going to have a new recruitment session, and there will be prerequisites. You'll have to join the Discord. You will have to stay active and things like that. And I think I would implore any Familia that actually wants to be competitive in Familia Wargames going forward, probably do the same. I hate to say it, I don't want to turn this into a Wales game. By no means is that the intention. But I also don't want to see a bunch of people, on my team dragging down the people that are really trying hard. That hurts. So, my apologies if that offends anyone. It is definitely not the intention, but this is only for the betterment of the Familia. So, I guess to get back to the original purpose of the video, let me know if you are a Familia leader, or if you're part of a Familia or something like that. Let me know how this has affected your view of Familias. If not at all, that's perfectly fine. If you're not the competitive type and you don't want to be competitive and you just want to continue to do what you do, that's also fine. But for me, I think this has really kicked Familias up a notch as something way more important than it ever has been in this game. I think Familias are going to be very, very vital to people that want to stay competitive in the game. Plus, remember, if you're in our Familia and you're on our Discord, and you have a hard time with War Games Record Buster, pop in the Discord sometime. We'll talk about it. We'll help you build some teams, things like that. That, I think, going forward is what a Familia should be. Not necessarily just a bunch of whales that never talk and just kind of, hammer down on events. I think a Familia should be more of a community. So that's what we're going to try to build. So let me know what you guys think. Legitimately, I want to know in the comments section down below, has your perception of a Familia changed? Do you want more from a Familia or less? What do you think? Or maybe you don't think it's changed at all. Maybe I was just blind to the basic concept of Familia, which seemingly so considering how they work in the show. But I digress. Let me know in the comment section down below. That is me, the video. We'll be back for the live stream here in about an hour, give or take. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow my Birdman. Hit me up on Booker. And I'll be back with more DanMachi here in just a little bit. I got a lot more for y'all. We ain't done yet. Never done, if you want my opinion. But I don't think I have a say in that one.